Go. Action.
Okay, so this is our Lakota style moccasin that Charlie and I, mainly Charlie, has beaded, and this would be the last step. So you can see we've whip stitched it like this all the way around, and this is actually going to be the inside of the sole, and this is the top of the moccasin. And so as long as you can see here a little bit, we've hidden all of our thread stitches inside the middle of the leather. And as long as you do that, the moccasin should last a long time, so the thread won't wear away. And it'll be hard to pull it out, but as long as we've sunk our stitches in really well, then this moccasin should be able to pull through just fine.
We'll find out.
And the reason we're doing this is Lakota people at one time had the option to learn stuff like this without, books or from their, they could learn it from their aunties or, and a lot of my culture used to be a lot of looking at stuff. You'd look at stuff and then people would help you. And so for people in urban areas, can't really get that. So it's not an exact process. All it really is just pulling it inside out and trying not to tear it. And I might have to do that a piece at a time, or like work the sole a little bit to make it a little bit more flexible. And we cut this heel back a little bit because we really want this moccasin to be tight and form-fitting. But as you can see, that's going to give us a little bit of trouble in what we're doing. So the main thing is getting the toe to flip right now. You can see the beadwork on the edges for the most part is intact.
For the most part.
Oh yeah, it's intact.
Give me a heart attack over here.
You're just kind of feeling it on the inside and pay attention to it. And we're just trying to turn that toe inside out, just kind of without popping all the beads off. You can see it.
It's starting to turn.
Starting to turn right there.
That's good.
It's a whole process of beadwork and making a moccasin. Ogallala style is not about being perfect. It's better that you break some eggs and learn something about your culture that you might not have known than popping a few lines of beadwork. It's not that bad. So you can see we're hung up right here. So you just want to kind of reach inside and pull the beads up. Because once we get that toe, we can turn it inside out pretty good. Reach in there. And now we kind of got this spot right here. So we're just going to do the same thing. Pull the beadwork so it doesn't rub a whole lot together. And then push that in like that. And then you can see the toe in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see the tip of it.
And once you can get that to where it's going to roll, it's not quite going to roll yet, but you'll be able to pull it out like that. And then, see, we just keep working it, loosening up the sole. And this is a hard sole moccasin for walking on rocks and all that kind of stuff. All you Indians putting those rubber soles on your moccasins, this video is not for you. Just turn it off now. We're not about that kind of stuff. You know, not saying we're all crazy horse or nothing, but I don't respect that kind of stuff at all. And then, ready? And we'll start to see that when there's right there on either side where the tongue's going to be. You don't want to stress out right there and right there too terribly much, because you could tear it right there. And then this 3 months of work, or however long we've thrown into this.
This is a year. Couple.
Don't say that too loud. Hush. And then you can see, you just want to pause for a second. Don't get frustrated at it. It's going to happen eventually. And then that sound of those beads rubbing as much as possible, you want to try and loosen that up and avoid it. See, we pulled a little bit of a stitch out. That's not too bad. You can see it right there. We'll just go back through and tack that down once we're done. It's just a process you can't really avoid. When you're doing stuff. It's just... I'm sure those people a long time ago had a lot of little tricks and stuff for doing things like this. But my trick is just kind of being patient and just moving a little bit at a time. You can see it really wants to come. That's anytime we hear those beads rubbing on each other, we just try and hold on a sec. Try and loosen them up a little bit, and you can see the tip coming out there. It's the toe, and that's the heel. So we're almost out of the woods right now. So this is something we've always done in my family, is make this regalia and do this beadwork for each other, and real old style. Try and pass these things on to whoever. We'll just have to see if we can't get just one side rolled out. Again, we can reach in there and just move that sole around. Once we can get one side, we'll be good. Maybe right there. Slowly try and get it to roll up like that. If we can just get one side to pop out, that's when we're golden. Pow! This is a lot of good work. Chuck's first piece of beadwork. She's a natural. It's my sweetie over here. There, just still careful. We're going to roll the beads like that. And you can see we barely had any breakage at all. And that, my friend, is a beautiful Lakota Ogallala Plains Indian Moccasin. And this is our pattern right here. This is me and Charlie's family pattern. Lakota style. My moccasins have it, her moccasins have it, our kids' moccasins will have it. Just to kind of designate that we're from the same family. It's just something we wanted to do. And now we're going to put a tongue on it. And then we're going to edge this and then put some lace right there so we can tie it up. And so that's it. That's almost completely done.
It's beautiful.
On a Plains Indian style moccasin. Alright, thanks.